Good morning, our viewers. Welcome to our lesson today. Our lesson today is we're going to discuss money, that is the topic, and the subtopic is bills. I hope you're all set. Get ready with your pens, with your books, so that we can learn together. So our topic is money. The subtopic is bills. So we are going to start by stating the lesson objective. The lesson objective. So, and the objective of the lesson is, by the end of the lesson, we should be able to solve problems involving bills. That is our objective of the day. By the end of the lesson, we should be able to solve problems involving bills. So, we are going to start by looking at some of the terms that are used in this topic, or some of the terms that are related to bills. So number one, we have the word itself, the word bill. So what is a bill? A bill is normally issued by a seller to a buyer, showing the list of items bought and their cost. So when you buy something, you're given a list of whatever you have bought and their cost. That's what we call a bill. So in this lesson, we are going to learn how to prepare these bills and how to get the cost. Then we have another term, which is balance. Balance is the difference between the amount of money given out and the total cost of the items. For example, when you buy something, maybe let's say that whatever you have bought cost 20 shillings and you have given out 10 shillings. So the person, the seller is going to give you or to refund you back 10 shillings. The 10 shillings that you're going to receive, that is what we call the balance. It is the difference between the amount of money given out and the total cost of the items. Number three, we have what we call change. Change is the exchanging of money for the same amount of money, but in different denomination. So that means it is amount equal to, but in different denomination. For example, I have 100 shillings note, and I'm given maybe 5 20 shillings note. So that amount is equivalent. It's only that the denominations are different. So remember, our currency, or the money exists in two currency or in two denominations. That is in note form and also in coin. So the moment you exchange, you get the same amount of money but in different denomination. That is what we call change. So those are some of the terms that you're going to come across as we deal with this topic, or this subtopic, bills. In this topic, we have some symbols that are used when you are calculating, or when the moment you are getting the bill. We have those symbols that are used. For example, I'm going to list them down. We have this sign. We have at, per, each, and then we have for. These are some of the symbols that we come across any moment you are getting or you are calculating the bills. So this sign here, we read it as at. This means that for you to calculate, this means this is the cost of every item. The cost of every item. At means also the same. It is the cost of every item. We have per to represent the cost of every item, and each to represent the cost of every item. For example, maybe I told that a bag of 1 kg of sugar cost 50 shillings. And then you're told that maybe someone bought 2 kgs of sugar at 50 shillings. That means, because here we have been told that 1 kg cost 50 shillings, this at here represents 1 kg of sugar at 50 shillings. So you're going to take the 2 kgs, you multiply by 50, because this 50 is the cost of 1 kg of sugar. So at this sign at per each means the cost of every item. And for you to get the total cost of all those items, you are required to multiply. Then we have another sign that they use. We have the word for. For shows the total cost. This one shows the total cost of the items. So that means you're not required to multiply, you're not required to calculate. They have already given you the cost of all the items. Now, this subtopic, or this subtopic called bills, is a very important subtopic, or rather. In KCP, all the years we receive, or that is they test between an average of 2 questions on bills. So one question is set on preparing bills and getting the balance, and another question involves getting change. So today we are going to concentrate on the questions that want us to get balance. That's what we are going to concentrate on today. So if you look at the KCP analysis for the last 8 years, from 2018 to 2010, you can see last year, that is 2019, they didn't bring a question on balance. What they tested was change. So 2018, question number 44 was testing on balance. 2017, question number 23, tested on balance. That is, they asked how much remained. How much remained, that is the same as getting the balance. 2016, question number 32, they tested on balance. The same with question, the year 2015, question number 41, they also tested on balance. Question number, year 2014, there was no question on balance, the same as 2019. They tested only on how to calculate or to get change. 2013, question number 13, they wanted the total cost. That is, we are supposed to calculate, they were supposed to prepare bills, and then you give the total cost of whatever was purchased. 2012, the question number 32 was also testing on the total cost. 2011, question number 6, the examiner tested balance. 2010 was in question number 6, the same question was also asking balance. So you can see that in this subtopic, it is very, very important to have mastered how to calculate and how to get balance and how to prepare these bills. So without wasting time, we're going to start by looking at some of the examples here. We see how to calculate and how to get balance and how, first of all, to prepare a bill. So we're going to start by looking at example number 1. Example number 1, the price list of some items in a shop was as follows: soap, 20 shillings per piece; sugar, 45 shillings per kg; bread, 20 shillings per loaf; coffee, 80 shillings per 500 grams. And then we're told that Wanja bought 3 pieces of soap, 2 kg of sugar, 4 loaves of bread, 1 tin of coffee. How much did she receive as balance if she gave 500 shillings note to the shopkeeper? So we have that question with us there. In this question, number 1, we are supposed to prepare a bill. We prepare a bill so that we can get the total amount of money that this person was supposed to pay. And from there, we calculate the balance. And how do we get the balance? For us to get the balance, remember we said that balance is gotten by getting the difference between the total amount of money given out and the total cost of item. So we start by calculating or getting the total cost of those items. So we are told that this person bought 3 pieces of soap, He bought 3 pieces of soap, 2 kgs of sugar, and 4 loaves of bread, one tin of coffee, one tin of coffee. Yeah, this is what that person bought. That is Wanja. And remember we had said that soap costed 20 shillings per piece, and then sugar costed 45 shillings per kg, and then we had bread. Bread costed 80 shillings per 500 grams. So this 500 grams is the same as a half kgs. So let's prepare her bill. We see how much she paid. So 3 pieces of soap, and a piece of soap costed 20 shillings each. So we are going to take the 3 pieces times the cost of 1 piece. This is soap. So 3 pieces times 20 shillings per piece. Here we get 60 shillings. The other one is 2 kgs of sugar, and 1 kg costed 45 shillings. So it is the number of kgs, 2 kgs, times the cost of 1 kg, which is 45. So it's going to be 2 times 45. We get 90 shillings. Then 4 loaves of bread, and 1 loaf costed 80 shillings. That is per 500 grams. So 1 loaf of bread is 500 grams. So we are going to take the number of loaves, which is 4 times 80. So that is 4 times 80. We get 320. And then let me see the cost of, you have the cost of the coffee. Sorry. Bread costed 20 shillings. This was coffee. Let's correct here. So coffee was 80 shillings per 500 grams. Sorry for that. And then we had bread, which costed 20 shillings per loaf. So here we are going to change this. Bread costed 20 shillings, so it is 4 times 20. We get 80 shillings. Then 1 tin of coffee. A tin costed 80 shillings per 500 grams, and he bought 1. So it is going to be 1 times, that is the number of tins, times the cost of 1 tin, which is 80 shillings. So 1 times 80, we get 80. So from there now we add. We get the total cost. So when we add here, we are going to get 0. 9 plus 6, we get 15. 15 plus, this is 16, then 15, we get 16. 1, 31, 310 is the total cost of the items. So the total cost is 310 shillings. Then the question is, how much did she receive as balance if she paid 500 notes to the shopkeeper? So this is the total cost of the items. So we get the balance. To get the balance, we take the amount that he gave. She gave 500 minus 310 shillings. So we borrow from here, we get 4. 500 minus 310. 4, 1. 10 minus 1 is 9. 4 minus 3 is 1. So we get the balance was 190 shillings. So that is example 1. We look at example 2. In example 2, we have, you're told, Njeri bought the following items. 3 rolls of paper at 17 shillings per roll, 3/4 of tomatoes at 30 shillings per kgs, 2 kgs packet of rice for 70 shillings, and then 2 bottles of juice at 70 shillings, 2 kgs of sugar for 180 shillings. What balance did she receive if she paid for the items using 500 shillings? So it's the same question. It is similar to the question that you have just done. So the first step is to calculate or to get the total cost of the items. That is to prepare the bill. After you prepare the bill, you get the balance. And to get the balance, you're supposed to take the amount that this person gave the shopkeeper minus the total cost of the items. So let's do that. So we start by preparing the bill. So 3 rolls of paper, 3 rolls of paper at 17 shillings. Then we have 3/4 kgs tomatoes at 30 per kg, and then 2 kg rice for 70 shillings, and then we have 2 bottles of juice at 70 shillings, and 2 kgs sugar for 180 shillings. So we are preparing the bill first. So we look at the first thing, 3 rolls of paper at 17 shillings. This at here means each roll costed 17 shillings. So we take 17 times 3. The number of rolls, there were 3, times the cost of 1 roll. We get 121 carry 2, 51 shillings. Then we have 3/4 kgs of tomato at 30 shillings per kg. So we take the number of kgs bought, it was 3/4, times 30 shillings, the cost of 1. So we simplify here by 2 by 2, 15. 15 times 3 is 45, divide by 2. By 2, 1, by 2, 2, 2. So we get 22 shillings and 50 cents. Then we have 2 kgs of rice for 70 shillings. 4 represents the total cost of the item. So meaning the 2 kgs costed 70 shillings. So we'll come here and write 70 shillings for the 2 kgs of rice. Then we have 2 bottles of juice at 70 shillings. At means the cost of 1 item. So it is 2, the number of bottles, times the cost of 1 bottle. So it is 2 times 70, we get 140 shillings. Here we have 2 kgs sugar for 180. 4 represent the total cost. So the 2 kgs of sugar costed 180. So 2 kgs sugar, 180 shillings. So we add this to get the total. So we can use this because we have the cents. So this is 51 shillings, 0 cents, plus 22 shillings and 50 cents. Then we add to 70 shillings, 0 cents, plus 140 shillings and 0 cents, and then 180 shillings. So we are getting the total. So when you add here, we are going to get 50 cents. 1 plus 2 plus 0, we get 3. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 7, 14. 14 plus 4, 18. 18 plus 8, we get 26. I write 6, we carry 2. 2 plus 1 plus 1, we get 4. So the total cost of the items was 463 shillings and 50 cents. So the question is, what balance did she receive if she paid for the items using 50 shillings, 500 shillings? So we get the balance. To get the balance, we take the 500 shillings note that was given out. We subtract the 463 shillings and 50 cents. So here we have 0 cents and we have 50 cents. We borrow a shillings from this side. This was 500. If I borrow a shillings, I'm going to remain with 499 shillings. That shillings is equivalent to 100 cents. So this side I'm going to have 100 cents. 100 cents minus 50 cents, I get 50 cents. 9 minus 3, I get 6. Then 9 minus 6, we get 3. Then 4 minus 4 is 0. So that means the balance is going to be 36 shillings, 50 cents. So that was the balance that person got. That is, Jerry got a balance of 36 shillings and 50 cents. Now, with that, we are going to go to look at some of the KCP questions. So they are very similar to what we have done. We look at some of the questions that have been set in the past years. And you're going to start with the question for year 2018, question number 44. Question number 44, 2018, KCP. And the question is, Abdi bought the following items: 5 loaves of bread at 42 shillings, a half kg of meat at 360 per kg, a half kg of margarine for 150 shillings, 4.5 kg of rice at 72 shillings per kg, 2 bars of soap at 105 shillings. What was his balance if he paid using 3 500 shillings note? We go to the question, we calculate, see what you were supposed to do. Or those people who did that KCP 2018, what they were required of them. The first thing is to prepare the bill. So 5 loaves of bread, 5 loaves of bread at 42 shillings. Then a half kg of meat at 360 shillings per kg. We have a half kg margarine for 150 shillings. And then we have 4.5 kg of rice at 72 shillings per kg. And then we have 2 bars of soap at 105 shillings. So we start by preparing the bill. This is 105. So to prepare the bill is to get the total cost of the items. 5 loaves of bread at 42 shillings. These arts here represent the cost of one item. So the total number of items, all the loaves were 5, multiplied by 42. 5 times 2 is 10. You write 0, you carry 1. 5 times 4, 20, plus 1, 21. 210 shillings. Then we have a half kg of meat at 360 at the cost of 1 kg, that is each item, because we're told it is 360 per kg. So we are going to take a half times 360 by 2, 1, by 2, 1, carry 1, 18 because of, no, 16 because of 8, 0, we get 180. 180 shillings is the cost of one, that is a half kg of meat. Then we have a half kg of margarine for 150 shillings. 4, that is the cost of the item. So, margarine costed 150 shillings. Then we have 4.5 kg of rice at 72 shillings. 4.5, we change this 4.5 to an improper fraction. So you're going to have 4.5, 4 times 2 plus 1. This is 8, 9. We get 9 over 2. So I'm going to use 9 over 2 instead of 4.5. 9 over 2 times 72. We have this at. So by 2, 1, by 2, 36. So I have 36 times 9. 36 times 9. 9 times 6 is 54. I write 4, I carry 5. Then 3 times 9, 27. 27 plus 5. 27 plus 5, I get 32. 324. Then we have 2 bars of soap at 105. 2 times 105. 105 times 2 is, get 10, carry 1, then 2. Get 210. Then from there we add to get the total cost of those items. So this side we add 0 plus 0, 0, 4, and 0. We get 4. We only have one number there. Then 1 plus 8, we get 9. 9 plus 5, we get 14. 14 plus 2, we get 16. 16 plus 1, we get 17. I write 7, we carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1, 4. Plus 1, 5. Plus 3, 8. Plus 2, 10. So the total cost, this is now the total, which is 1,074 shillings. Then the question was, what was his balance if he paid using 3 500 shillings note? It was 3 500 shillings note. So 3 500 shillings note, it is 3 times 500, meaning 1,500. So the person, Wanja, gave 1,500 shillings. We want to calculate the balance. The question wants us to get the balance. To get the balance, you take the amount of money that she gave out, which was 1,500, you less the amount of money or the total cost of the items. That is 1,500 minus 1,074. 1,500 minus 1,074, we less. So this, it is very impossible, so we are going to borrow from these 5. From 5, we get 4. I bring 1 here. I've borrowed 100. I borrow again, remain with 9. 10 minus 4 is 6. Then 9 minus 7, I get 2. 4 minus 0 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. So my balance is going to be 426 shillings. So the balance was 426 shillings. So, and that was the answer for that question. Then another question is 2017, KCP 2017, question number 23. And the question reads, Juma was given 2 100 shillings notes to buy the following items: 2 kgs of meat at 400 shillings per kg, 2 kgs of tomatoes at 300 per kg, 1.5 kg of onions at 120 per kg, a half kg of potatoes at 40 shillings per kg. How much money would he remain with after buying the items? So the question is still want us to get the balance, because it is asking how much money would he remain with after buying the items. So just like the way we have done the rest, we start by preparing a bill. So preparing the bill, or a bill, is the first step. So we prepare the bill to see how much he paid. So 2 kgs of meat, 2 kgs of meat at 400 shillings, and then 2 kgs tomatoes at 300 shillings. We have 1.5 kgs of onions at 120 per kgs, and then we have a half kgs potatoes at 40 shillings per kgs. So how much did he pay? So first we get the total. It is the number of kgs for meat times the cost of 1 kg. 2 times 400, we get 800. Then 2 times 300, 2 times 300, we get 600. And then we have 1.5 kgs onions at 120. This 1.5, we change it to an improper fraction for the sake of multiplication. So this is 1.5. You take the whole number times the denominator plus the numerator. This is 2 plus 1, we get 3 over 2. So 3 over 2 times 120. By 2, 1, by 2, 60. 3 times 60, we get 180 shillings. Then I have a half kgs potatoes at 40 shillings. It is a half times 40. By 2, 1, by 2, 20. So you come and add 20. So we are adding to get the total. So when I add this side, I get a 0. 8 plus 2, 10. 0, carry 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 6, 15. 15 plus 1, 16. That is 1,600 shillings. That was the total cost. And then we had been told that Juma was given 2 100 shillings to buy the. Juma was given it's supposed to be 2 1,000 shillings notes to buy the following items. How much balance, or how much remained? So we're going to take the 2 times 1,000, 2 times 1,000 to get the total amount of money that Juma was given. 2 times 1,000, we get 2,000. 2,000 minus 1,600. So we borrow 1. 10 minus 6 is 4. So that means Juma got a balance of 400 shillings. A balance of 400 shillings. So that was the balance that that person received. Then we go to 2016. 2016, question number 32. The question reads, Halima bought the following items from a shop. 2 kgs of sugar at 120 shillings per kg. Then we have 4 packets of a half-liter milk at 40 shillings. And then we have 1¼ kgs cooking fat at 120 shillings per kg. 2 kgs of wheat flour for 210 shillings. 1½ kgs of salt at 24 shillings per kg. She paid for the items using 2 500 shillings notes. How much balance did she receive? So I want to tell myself we are together. So we start by preparing the bill. 2 kgs sugar, 2 kgs of sugar at 120 shillings. And then we have 4 packets. 4 packets of a half-liter milk at 40 shillings each. And then we have 1½ kgs cooking fat at 120 shillings each. Packages, 2 kgs wheat flour for 210 shillings. And we have 1½ kgs salt at 24 shillings per kgs. So we are preparing the bill. 2 kgs of sugar at 120 shillings. So it is the number of kgs bought times the cost of 1 kg. That is 2 times 120 shillings. 2 times 120, we get 240 shillings. Then 4 packets of a half-liter milk at 40 shillings per packet. So this means that 1 packet of a half-liter costed 40 shillings, and he bought 4 packets. So these 4 packets, each packet was a half-liter, and this packet of a half-liter costed 40 shillings. So it's going to be 4, the number of packets bought, times the cost of 1 packet, which was 40 shillings. 4 times 40, we get 160 shillings. Then we have 1½ kgs cooking fat at 120 shillings. This 1½ is the same as 3 items using 2 500 shillings notes. 2 500 shillings note, 2 500 shillings note. So we get the total amount of money that she used to pay. 2 times 500, we get 1,000. So meaning that the amount of money that she gave out was 1,000. We get the balance. To get the balance, we take the amount of money given minus the total cost of the items, which is 1,000 shillings minus 796 shillings. So 10 minus 6, I get 4. 9 minus 9 is a 0. Then 9 minus 7, we get 2. So the balance was 204 shillings. So and that's what she received as her balance. Oh, we are winding up. We look at one or two more questions. Question number 41. for year 2015. 2015, question number 41. The question reads, the prices of items in a shop were as follows. 1 kg of sugar at 120 shillings, 1 kg of rice at 160 shillings, 1 kg cooking fat at 144 shillings, 1 loaf of bread at 44 shillings. Subira bought 2 kgs of sugar, 1 kg of rice, a half kg of cooking fat, 3 loaves of bread. She gave the shopkeeper 1,000 shillings note. What balance did she get? As usual, we start by preparing the bill. We prepare the bill to get the total cost of the items. After you have gotten the total cost now, we subtract or we minus or we less from the 1,000 shillings note that this person gave the shopkeeper so that we can get the amount of money that remained. So let's go on and start by preparing the bill. So 1 kg of sugar at 120 shillings. 1 kg sugar at 120 shillings. Then 1 kg of rice at 160 shillings. And then we have 1 kg cooking fat at 144 shillings. And then 1 loaf of bread at 44 shillings. So these were the prices in the shop. And then you're told that this person, Subira, bought 2 kg of sugar and then bought a kg of rice. He bought a half kg of cooking fat and also 3 loaves of bread. So we are preparing her bill. If she bought 2 kgs of sugar, 1 kg costed 120. We have at here to mean the cost of a kg. So 2 kgs of sugar times 120, that is the cost of 1 kg. 2 times 120, we get 240 shillings. Then 1 kg of rice, a kg costed 160. So the number of kgs, 1 kg times 160. 1 times 160, we get 160 and 60 shillings. Then 1 kg cooking, a half kg cooking fat, and a kg costed 144. So it is a half what was bought, a half times the cost of a kg, 144. By 2, 1, by 2, 14 because of 7, 4 because of 2, 72. That was the cost of a half kg of cooking fat. Then 3 loaves of bread. A loaf costed 44 shillings. So it is 3, the number of loaves bought, times the cost of 1, which is 44. 4 times 3 is 12. So I write 2, I carry 1. 4 times 3 again is 12 plus 1, 13. 132 and 32 shillings. Then we add to get the total. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 6, we get 10. 10 plus 7, 17. 17 plus 3, we get 20. 0, carry 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1, 5, plus 1, 6. We get 604 shillings. Now, this was the total cost of the items. Or this was her bill now. Her bill was 604, and that's what she was supposed to pay. Then we're told that she gave the shopkeeper 1,000 shillings note. What balance did she get? We are calculating the balance, or we are getting her balance. Remember to get the balance. To get the balance, you take the amount of money that was given out minus her bill or the total cost. That is 1,000 minus 604 shillings. We borrow from this one, 10, we borrow again from here, we get 9. We borrow again, we remain with 9. I bring 1, now I have 10. 10 minus 4, I get 6. 9 minus 0 is 9, then 9 minus 6 is 3. So the balance that she received was 396 shillings. So and that was the balance, and that was the answer for that year. Yes. So we go to, so I want us to skip and go to year 2012. 2012, question number 32. Question number 32 for 2012 says or reads, Kyoko bought the following items to donate to a charitable organization. 2 bags of cabbage at 2,500 shillings, 4 bags of potatoes at 2,000 shillings, 20 kgs of cooking oil for 2,000, 100 kgs of sugar at 96 shillings, 50 loaves of bread at 35 shillings. Then he was given a 10% discount for all his purchases. How much did he pay for the item? So in this question, we are required to get the total cost. How much did he pay? So you're only preparing the bill. After he was given the 10% discount, how much did he end up paying? So we start by preparing the bill to get the total amount of money that he was required from whatever he bought. So 2 bags of cabbage. So 2 bags cabbage at 2,500 shillings. Then 4 bags potatoes, shillings, 2,000. 20 kgs of cooking oil for 2,000 shillings. And then we have 1,000 kgs, no, it's 100 kgs of sugar at 96 shillings, and then 50 loaves at 35 shillings. So you get the true amount of money that this person used. 2 bags of cabbage at 2,500. So the number of bags were 2 times the cost of 1 bag was 2,500. 2,500 times 2, we get 5,000 shillings. Then 4 bags potatoes at 2,000. So it is the number of bags times the cost of 1 bag. 4 times 2,000, we get 8,000. Then the 20 kgs of cooking oil costed 2,000. We have 4 to mean the total cost. So the cooking oil costed 2,000 shillings. Then I have 100 kgs of sugar at 96 shillings. So it is going to be the number of kgs bought times the cost of 1 kg. That is 96 times 100, we get 9,600. And then 50 loaves of bread at 35 shillings each. So 50, the number of loaves, times the cost of 1 loaf of bread. So we take 35 times 5. We get 25, carry 2, 15, 17. So we get 1,750 shillings. Then from there we get the total. So we add here, we get a 0. This line we get 5. Then you have 6 plus 7, 13. I write 3, I carry 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 2, 14 plus 2 is 16. 16 plus 9, we get 25. 25 plus 1, 26. We get 26,350. And then we are told that this particular person was given 10% discount for all his purchases. So after this was the total amount of money that he was supposed to pay, but he was given a 10% discount. So we get the 10% discount that he was given from this. And that means if he was given a discount of 10%, it means that he paid at 90%. So first you get the discount. The discount was 10%, so it is 10 over 100 times 26,350. So meaning he was given a discount of 2,635 shillings. So if this was the discount, it means that it was subtracted, or it was less from the total amount that he was supposed to pay. So we take the 26,350, we subtract the discount, and the discount was 2,635. So here we're getting the total paid. The total paid after the discount. The total amount of money that he paid after the discount. So we less. This is, we borrow 1, we remain with 4. 10 minus 5 is 5. Then 4 minus 3, we get 1. 3 minus 6, we borrow 1 from 6, we remain with 5. 13 take away 6 is 7. 5 take away 2, we get 3, and then 2. That means after the discount, he paid 23,715 shillings. That was the amount of money he paid for the items after he was given the discount. Higher. So we have a question here. I want to answer a question. One question here. We are told there's a question here that says, Cargo bought the following items from a shop: 2 kgs tins of cooking fat at 380 shillings, 3 kgs of rice at 84 shillings, 2 kgs packet of unga for 65, 500 milliliters of paraffin. At how much did he pay for the items? Higher. So in this question, the question is not complete, but I understand the question is that sign the same as multiply? Came from, all right. So when you are doing bills, when you see this sign, for the sake of Kim and the others, when you see this sign at, when they write at, per, each, the 4 symbols or the 4 signs means you multiply. So I think I've answered the question. So all of them means you multiply because they all show the cost of one item. The cost of one item. So that means you take the total amount of items and you multiply. So this sign, at, per, and each, they all means you multiply, apart from 4. 4 will always give you the total or the sum, the total cost of the items. So for 4 you don't multiply, but for the rest you multiply. So, and I think I've answered that question. So we have come to the end of our lesson. For your assignment, you can go through the other KCP years, check the questions, try calculate them, and try see what was required of those candidates. So I want to wish you a good day and a blessed stay at home.